Hello divine family, welcome to today's video, guys. If you are new to my channel, then hello, my name is Cherub, and on this channel we use tarot and self-awareness to achieve peace, clarity, and insight. Welcome to the video. So you guys, today we are doing something a little different. We're doing something a little freaky deaky because that is what was voted on my Instagram. I am going to start letting you guys vote on YouTube eventually about what kinds of videos we get, but in the future, not right now. So that being said, today we are asking who is lusting after you. So who is attracted to you, who's trying to, get with you, and what some of their fantasies may be. So of course, girl, not somebody calling me in the middle of the video, in the middle of the intro. Guys, as always, like I was saying, we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Go ahead, pick whichever one best resonates for you, and I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 1. So look, I already know that if y'all seeing all these cards and it's kind of overwhelming, but trust me, this is organized. So again, we are asking today, who is lusting after you? We do have some 18 plus cards and visuals here, which I cannot show you guys. I'm going to try to cover it as best as I can, but I will explain everything to you. So we can just go ahead and hop into it. So pile number 1, who is the person who is lusting after you? I definitely feel like this is somebody you kind of already know, might have already had a relationship with at some point. And I feel like you kind of got bored with this person, or you guys ended up losing passion in your relationship. This could also have been a coworker, somebody who never really revealed to you how they felt, or they never really pursued anything deeper. Somebody who might have been a lot of talk but not a lot of action. I'm just getting the idea that things got kind of old. Even though the desire was there, the capability was there, there wasn't a lot of clear communication. I definitely feel like some of you guys might have scared your person off. Your person might have been just a little bit too shy or timid, even though they were attracted to you, even though they did want you and do still want you at the time where you were first a little bit in closer proximity, or you guys were talking more often or flirting a little bit more. They didn't want to just be too abrasive or too aggressive is how I want to phrase that. I feel like you guys kind of just got tired of all the shy type of stuff, and you just wanted them to say what they wanted to do and do it. And it might have come off as a little bit bitchy, or a little bit like having an attitude problem. But I can't say I blame you, just because flirting and being cute and shy can only get you so far. What's that one saying? The squeaky wheel doesn't... Wait. Excuse me. The saying is, I think it's, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So what that means is, if you want something, you have to speak up and say, hey, I want this. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. And I feel like that's kind of the situation that happened here. I had to center myself a little bit because I'm a little all over the place too. So like I said, just because things may have fell off, it doesn't mean that you weren't attracted to this person, or that this person is not sexually capable. It doesn't mean that they can't treat you right or make you feel good. They just, for whatever reason, I think they kind of just fell into a routine or a pattern. Another thing that happened, I feel like you and this person may now be in a position where you are better off as friends. And let me remind you guys, this is a general reading and everyone's situation is different. I should have said that first. But it looks like you guys are now in a situation where you're better off as friends, or you're better off as what do you call it? Cordial. You're not really as close as you used to be. I think you kind of got tired of the back and forth, or you guys kind of let go of the whole, will they, won't they kind of energy, and you kind of just accepted, okay, we're friends and we're not really going to move forward with this, or we're coworkers, or we're just, acquaintances, and nothing's really going to come of it because you just got tired of waiting. That being said, there is still a beautiful energy here, and I feel like this could be a soulmate connection, actually. This actually could be a soulmate connection for some of you guys, because we do have the Lovers card here. We also have the Chariot, but another thing we have is the Tower card. So what I feel like for some of you, the story may be that this is somebody who you were meant to connect with, you were meant to be in some type of relationship with, and there was something they had to get over internally, possibly something you had to get over internally as well before you could really connect and fully enjoy the connection. So you deciding that you weren't going to play games anymore, kind of putting your foot down, or vice versa, if that was the energy, actually allowed you to separate, to solve your individual problems or your individual issues, so that you could come back together a little bit stronger. Now, I feel like for the most part, some of you are still in that tower moment where you're still dealing with the aftermath. You're still trying to learn, you're still trying to grow and heal whatever held you back from actually pursuing this connection, pursuing the connection and what it is that you wanted. I need to calm down. I need to relax. But yeah, that's just kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this. Just kind of a hit or missed connections type of situation where it could have been, but it just wasn't, and you're still open to it a little bit, but so far nothing has really happened. Well, if that sounds familiar to you guys, then you picked the right pile. And that's the energy I'm getting. And this is definitely someone who is attractive to you, someone who you are turned on by. They're very flirtatious, but just nothing happened. And right now I really do get the feeling that you just decided we're better as friends, because you're never really gonna say what it is you want, or nothing's gonna happen, either because I'm not willing to put in the work or you're not willing to put in the work, one or the other. So that being said, we can move into the more, the what the kids came for, what the girls all came for today. All right, so what is this person's fantasies? What do they think of when they think about you? So overall, I do get the feeling that your person just wants to be themselves with you. They want to feel free. They want to be able to express themselves sexually and freely and openly. They want to expose their kinks to you. They want to turn you on. They definitely want to eat you out, whether regardless of gender, they're trying to perform oral with you. And I do think ultimately, if you guys do get the opportunity to get back together and actually to have that intimate encounter, I think things are going to be okay. You may resist at first a little bit, just because of this energy we have going on here, where being kind of distant has worked out for you as much as it could. But eventually you're going to get tired of denying it, and you're just going to go for it, because at the end of the day, you're attracted to this person and you do feel comfortable enough to be with them. So I think things are ultimately going to just be you guys releasing the inhibitions and just going for it, enjoying each other's company, really getting to know one another's bodies, but in a way that's not too much pressure. It's very casual and just enjoyment. It's nice. So what do they fantasize about? For the most part, I feel like their fantasies are very selfish or very self-centered. They imagine just you making them feel good, or they imagine you in these scenarios where, you're the one who's pleasing them. You're in a more submissive kind of space. It's very much adult video inspired, if you know what I'm saying. It's very theatrical. So if you know what kind of, I don't know if I can say that actual word on YouTube, if you know what kind of adult videos they like for whatever reason, then you probably have a good idea of what they're imagining. It's very cinematic. It's very stereotypical of what a person would think. I don't know a better way to describe that. It's really not creative. It's very male centric. A lot of the feminine energy focusing on the masculine energy, a lot of submissive, let me please you on my knees type of energy, but it's not really a degrading type of thing. It's just a fantasy, and it is their fantasy, so can't get too mad at it. I feel like if they were to try and surprise you with this energy, like if they were to come out of the blue, like, oh, I'm attracted to you, you're so beautiful, you're so sexy, I feel like you'd be like a little confused about it, because like this isn't one of those situations where they can just hop in where they left off, because you guys left off on kind of a note of frustration, even though you can still be friends. So if they wanted to get with you, I feel like they would have to be like, I can show you this picture a little bit. They would have to just be upfront about what they want to do. There's no more BSing. There's no more, beating around the bush. They have to be upfront and say, this is what I want to do to you. This is how I want to make you feel. This is how I want to touch you. And they have to just go for it. But all that surprise, let's just hop in where we went off, like, no, they're going to need to provide some type of clarity first before you guys do anything. But ultimately, I do see it being a very good experience, and I see them focusing a lot on you when you guys, if and when you guys actually do get a little intimate. They are going to be focusing a lot on your erogenous zones. Yeah, so that is all that I have for you guys today. I know it's a short video, but you know, I do have 18 plus videos available on my website. So 18 plus readings available if you guys are interested in that. If you did enjoy the reading, let me know down in the comments. Please consider becoming part of the family and subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi guys, if you chose pile number 2, then welcome to your reading. So I'm going to try to get through this as calmly as possible. In pile number 1, I was kind of jumping off the rails, but it's because I'm excited about this video, so forgive me if I stutter or if I trip on my words a little bit. Just to remind you guys, we are asking who is lusting after you, and we're going to get into what could potentially happen, what's their fantasy, or what is this person's ideal situation with you. But for you guys in particular, I feel like we're kind of getting into more of the truth of the situation, but we'll talk about that later. Disclaimer, this reading is general. Everything is not going to resonate for everybody, but if it does, and if something does resonate, let me know in the comment section. All right, so that being said, let's just go ahead and hop into your reading. So for you guys, I honestly feel like whoever the person who's lusting after you is somebody you really shouldn't be messing with. Like, this is somebody who I feel like you may have had an on and off relationship with, definitely an attraction there, but it seems more like a fatal attraction than one that should actually be pursued. This is not somebody who respects tradition. This is not somebody who respects waiting so much. This is somebody who's definitely in it for the chase. They're all about, you know, being erotic. They're about being sexual and sensual. They like that rush and that feeling. They like to desire. They have desire in their hearts, but it's like, it's not always coming from a genuine loving place. And I hear the word receptive. And I feel like it refers to they're not always going to be receptive of your emotions, and you may not always be comfortable with how they're willing to do things. Like, this really seems like someone you really just, this person causes more damage than they do pleasure in your life. So we have somebody here who, like I said, you might have dealt with them on and off. This is somebody who is willing to promise you the moon and the stars. I feel like you have had your heart broken by this person before. You've been disappointed by them before. This kind of gives me karmic or toxic vibes. This is just someone who you have tried to stay away from. You've tried to tell yourself, no, I'm going to wait for a good person to come in my life. And then maybe right when you start to like heal a little bit, when you start to gain some strength, this person just comes knocking at the door again, like, hey, like hits you with that you up text, just ruining the progress that you're really trying to make. This just seems like somebody who has disappointed you before, and they're the person who wants to win. They're not in it for the connection. They're not in it for the relationship, is what it feels like. But yeah, definitely comes off as like very innocent, almost naive in the way they present themselves, like just charming. So this is somebody who's very, very attractive, but they do it in a way like, if you have a crush on me, then that's your problem, you know? I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but there's somebody who is naturally seductive. Not only are they naturally good looking and attractive, but they do stuff on purpose. So you're not crazy. This definitely feels like someone who would gaslight you into thinking that you're attracted to me just because you're attracted to me, and I didn't do anything to give you the wrong idea. Then next thing you know, they're like kissing on you or like touching you or rubbing you somewhere. Like, 100% gaslighting. But yeah, they give off that vibe of romantic, and that they're gonna do, you know, they're gonna fulfill your fantasies, they're gonna treat you right, and in reality they're really just plotting to get some. They're really just plotting to do whatever is gonna make them happy and what's gonna satisfy and fulfill their needs. They're not really worried about anyone else. This person could potentially be in a relationship, or they could be talking to multiple people at a time. For some of you, I feel like you're already aware that this is the kind of energy that they have, but this is a very seductive person. They're very hard to say no to. Somebody who, I feel like they abuse how attractive they are. They abuse their power to, like I said, they manipulate people. And I don't want to make it sound like this is just the worst person in the world, but we're looking at them in like their rawest form right now. Like we're looking at how they operate in romance and how they operate in sexual relationships. This person does not seem like a good sexual partner. Not because the sex wouldn't be good, but because like the emotional damage just isn't worth it. Somebody who would promise you, like I said, the moon and the stars, but when it comes time to actually giving it to you, this person's not trying to give you anything. They don't actually want that white picket fence. They don't actually want to be in a monogamous or serious situation. You know, they're kind of just in it for themselves, as I said before, and they kind of laugh at traditional things. They don't believe in all that, you know, one person together at a time. They don't believe in staying committed to one thing. They kind of laugh at things like that, and I feel like they laugh at people who are into things like that. They don't understand how that works, and this is somebody who will walk away when things get too emotional or too serious. This is somebody who will, I don't want to say abandon, but it's like that. Like they'll really leave you in the dust if it means like keeping their life stress-free. They're really not about all that serious stuff. They don't believe in conventional or traditional types of relationships. That's just not where they're at right now. So if that sounds familiar, then you picked the right pile. But yeah, moving on to what are their fantasies. And like I said, for you guys, it's kind of giving what would actually happen. Like what's the truth behind their intentions. So I feel like if you were to be intimate with this person, like I said, they talk such a good game. They make it sound like they're just gonna make you feel like no one has ever made you feel like you've never been with a person like me. You know, I can make you finish, quote unquote, like 7, 5, 9, 10 times. You know, just a lot of talk. And then when it actually comes down to doing it, they ain't even all that good at it. Like like they're really, they give up halfway. They're not even putting in the effort. They put more energy into making up a scenario and securing like a chase than they do actually enjoying the situation. Does that make sense? Like think of it like a lion chasing a zebra. They are so excited about the chase. They're excited to pursue it. They're excited to pounce on the zebra up until that first bite. And after that first bite, it's like they're done. They're just over it. Like, all right, I had my fun. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. But for some of you guys, this might be somebody in a higher position than you. Like I said, it's not someone you are supposed to be dealing with. So this could be like a superior at your job. This could be just someone who's maybe a little bit older than you, more mature. It could be somebody who's already in a relationship, or like I said, they're dealing with multiple people at a time. This is not someone you're supposed to be dealing with. So there's a lot of secrecy coming in their fantasy. There's a lot of you know, doing things behind people's backs, a lot of feeling dissatisfied or unhappy with how the relationship is going. And I feel like when it comes to foreplay, they're perfectly fine. Some things you will let slide again and again until you realize this isn't fulfilling me. Like the late night text they're going to send you, or saying that you're so beautiful, you're so handsome, sending you flowers, all that stereotypical stuff to keep you hooked onto them. And then one day you're going to wake up and realize you're not getting anything that you actually want. You're just kind of being strung along here. So I feel like the games are going to get old. You're going to realize, you know, this isn't even worth the trouble and the drama that could happen if we were to get caught doing this, because I'm not happy in this situation. Let's see, like, I really don't think it's worth it to pull to see if the actual intimacy is going to be good, but I want to leave y'all with something. Is this an 18 plus rating? Something? I do feel like they're going to try their best to please you, but it's not, I don't even want to say you're a lot of work. I feel like you're a lot of work for them. And part of the reason for that is because they've built up this huge image in your mind of what they could do to you and for you, the way that they could satisfy you, and now they can't actually live up to it. So they are going to make you feel good. I do see, I feel like you guys, like, you're gonna be able to have an orgasm. You're gonna be okay, but they're not gonna be able to deliver the way they said they could deliver, you know? You're going to be a little bit too much for them. But that's not your fault, I promise. Yeah. And I feel like the I feel like this is somebody who they just come off as so inauthentic in the bedroom. Like you know when you can tell somebody got all their moves from like an adult video or they got all their moves from like a book or something. It's giving that. It's very much like, is this really how you act when you're with someone, or do you just think this is what sexy is supposed to be? You know, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, I'm sorry, guys. That is so unsatisfying. We're gonna leave it at that. I feel like this is somebody who they might want you to be. They might want to be some level of intoxicated with you to make it feel like they feel like if you guys were to get drunk or high or some type of intoxicated together, it would feel better. So they might try to push that a little bit, not to the point where you're super uncomfortable, but like you can tell they want you to do it for a purpose. All right, and that is all that I have for you guys for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys. Hi, guys, and welcome to your pile if you chose pile number 3. So it is the same day, but I am in a different outfit, and it is much later at night, so I will be using my microphone for the remainder of the video. I know the audio quality is going to be different, but hopefully it's a good kind of different. Yeah. Once again, we are asking who is lusting after you, who wants you, and that good freaky deaky way. Um, this is a general reading, so remember that everything is not going to resonate. It doesn't have to, but if it does, let me know in the comment section and we can get into it. All right, so first thing that I'm noticing about your person, Pal 3, this is someone who deals with a lot of self doubt. This is someone who is often in their head. They may come off as a little argumentative, a little abrasive, maybe not the most socially adept kind of person. And it's because of all this self doubt, all this uncertainty they have within. I don't think this is who they are in general, but maybe someone. This is maybe a trait that comes out when they're just kind of nervous or they're in a high tense situation. So that can especially happen when you're talking with a crush. You kind of get the butterflies in your tummy, and your tongue gets a little bit tied. So I feel like the last time you've had a conversation with this person, they may have been a little bit more on the awkward side, or maybe not the best at communicating. You may have gotten the wrong idea about who they are, their character, which is not what they wanted. um, for some of you, you might have actually gotten into an argument with this person or some type of debate or altercation that kind of left you feeling like the wrong way. Like, why are they talking to me like that? Like, I can't believe, like, how can somebody think like that? I guarantee you, it is not that they are trying to come off as rude or, disrespectful. They are just not the best person socially sometimes. So the next time that you see them, they may want to find some type of compromise. They're going to apologize to you. They may actually try to spark up that same conversation again, but this time they're going to be more respectful, allow you to speak, and, just respect the differences in your ideas. So, yeah. But again, this is someone who often deals with, I want to say, kind of anxiety when it comes to how their mind works. This could be an air sign of some kind, just somebody who is always thinking, always worrying about the wrong things. And it really stops them from being able to live life to the fullest. It stops them from being able to act on all their desires and to be, really gets in the way of their happiness in general. But overall, this is somebody who may be a little bit older than you. They're very wise and they are very intelligent. They're an intelligent person. They're a smart guy or girl or whatever they identify as. It's just that when they get nervous, it's kind of a different story. But this is somebody who is great when it comes to thinking of things in the long term. If you are looking for a partner or just some kind of stable connection in your life, this is the kind of person who can offer that because they give good advice. They're good listeners. They provide in ways that are more than material finances. They can provide for you emotionally. They can provide for you some, like, a safe space, some type of security in your life. They're just a really good person. They're very balanced, very even, a 50-50 kind of person. So you take care of me, I'll take care of you. So that's the kind of person that they really are. That's the side of them that they do want you to see. I feel like your person right now at this point in their life is facing a lot of setbacks, and it could also deal with that whole, like, the anxiety and the overthinking that they struggle with. They're facing a lot of setbacks in their life. So imagine, like, you know, um, things falling apart in your life so that you have no choice but to focus on one thing. So, right now, it seems like they are kind of being forced into a period of isolation. This might be a little bit difficult for your person because they are someone, like I said, who plans ahead. They really are concerned for investing for their future. So right now, it's like they can't really focus on that. I feel like they're being forced to focus on the present moment. And that's a good thing because it's going to tell them, it's going to help them get to where they want to be eventually. So that's something that they need to realize. They have to be a little bit more hands on, not so much in their head, not so much on the computer. I feel like this person works a lot. So very much on the computer, always dealing with technology, just a lot of working and a lot of occupying their mental space, but not really satisfying their, their physical or emotional desires. So, right now, a lot of things in their life are falling through, and it kind of seems like bad luck, but I feel like this is good because it allows them to focus on what it is that their heart wants, that their spirit wants. And right now, they're really focusing heavy on connection, or they feel very drawn to certain connections, and they're realizing that they're not happy in that area. So, what this is going to do for them, hopefully, is it is going to allow them to overcome their mental obstacles. It's going to help them to overcome their overthinking. Yes. And help them to, present themselves in a way that where they're friendlier, they're more approachable. This is an attractive person. This is somebody who is definitely, you know, they can make you feel good. That's all I'm going to say. And it's somebody who they have the capacity to love and to receive love. So right now they just have to focus on allowing that energy into their life. I do feel like they're in a position right now where they're trying to get help. They're looking to outside sources to help them to overcome everything that's going on with them mentally, to overcome their stress and to stop working so much, to set some kind of healthy boundary in their life so that they can focus on their emotional, spiritual world. Um, so this could, I heard Reiki therapy. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Reiki. I'm pretty sure it's Reiki. Some type of therapy that they're going to, something that they're doing for their physical body, some type of self care or some type of pleasure they're experiencing to help them overcome their stress. So, that being said, I hope that describes who your person is. If you have an idea and this all sounds kind of familiar, you picked the right reading. So, with that being said, let's get into their 18 plus thoughts. So, I'm kind of torn on these cards because on one hand it's their fantasy and on the other hand it's like what are their intentions. It's a little, yeah, but we're gonna get into it. um so I definitely feel like shyness is something that this person absolutely has to overcome. If they can't overcome their shyness, if they can't get over the whole, you know I'm going to say overthinking 50 million times. If they can't get over themselves and their own fears, then they are not going to experience the happiness they desire. They're not going to experience the changes that they really want. And I cannot show y'all all these cards because some of them are a little, yeah, inappropriate for YouTube. But they have to be willing to change. They have to really be willing to put themselves out there. You definitely got like a lot of fire energy going. You have so much passion and desire that is built up inside of this person that they really just want to release, but they're not somebody who can do things impulsively. They're a thinker. They think. They don't really do like that, even though they have excuse me, they have the capability, they have the capacity. They don't really do. So it's kind of hard for them. They are somebody who's like, let's do it kind of old school. Let's take things slow. Let me take you on a date and get to know you. um, First base, second base type of thing. So they can kind of get to know your body and understand you. But I feel like as soon as that happens, it's over with. As soon as they kind of understand what it is that you like, this person is going to give it to you as best as they can. They really are going to try to cater to you. And like I said, it's 50-50. So if I'm getting on my knees at some point, you have to get on your knees too. Is the kind of person that they are. The only issue I'm seeing here is that your person, they can get a little jealous. And again, it's their mind, it's all in their head. They feel like if you were to hook up with this person, if you were to be with this person, they're definitely going to be happy and satisfied. And they're going to, like I said, they're never going to stop catering to you. They're never going to stop finding different ways to satisfy you. However, they are going to feel like everybody wants you. Like now that I've had you, I have to like keep you safe. I have to keep you secure because everybody's going to want a piece of you. And they get jealous, they get insecure. They start feeling like a little clingy, trying to take up more of your time. And that's probably not the best energy to be in. This is one of those things that they really need to learn to work on before they can really enter into a good relationship.
But all that being said, all that set aside, your person can be extremely dominant, but in like a very satisfying way to where you can kind of just relax and let them do their thing. And they are gonna they're gonna have a good time. They know how to be in control when it's safe for them to do so, if that makes sense. When they have consent and permission and knowledge on how to do so, they are 100% in their element. This is somebody who will let their wild side out once you give them the green light. They are just a totally different person. Like I said, they have wisdom and experience. So if you guys were to get together, it would give them a chance to actually use that experience and to use this pin up energy. So that is the person who is lusting after you, pile number 3. I hope that you guys enjoyed that reading. If you are interested in more 18 plus readings, I do have them available in my shop in the link down below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, or consider becoming part of the Divine Family and subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.